Sling the Biscuit, episode 47. We are back. We have an actual intro this week. We're not going off the rails early on, but I still got my drink. I cracked it 3 times earlier because we tried recording the podcast, and Pat has like Walmart Wi-Fi, so we switched to his data.
I don't know what I
We're
had.
gonna run out.
I'm on my personal hotspot, which
And
apparently
that
is
costs
better.
money, which is why we want to bring up one thing first: merch. Right? We want to talk about merch real quick.
Oh yes, the merchandise. Show me the merchandise.
We've had a couple people ask about the whole merch thing. Pat and I were thinking of doing just like some shirts, like a Sling the Biscuit artwork,
Maybe
like
some
our cover
hoodies.
artwork. On the hoodies too, shirts, maybe like some hats, like a Sling the Biscuit with Pat and Trav hat, and then some mugs. I really wanted to do like coffee mugs, like when you're drinking your devil's juice in the morning, you get like a nice Sling the Biscuit mug. Me and Pat are staring right at you in the face as you drink your coffee. That was an idea. So curious if anybody cares, if you'd like that. If not, leave a comment in the comment section below on the YouTube version. If you are on the audio version on Spotify, Apple, or Google, send us a message. Don't send Pat a message because he won't reply. I will reply.
Hey,
Instagram.
I've been good.
Calling you up, keeping you honest.
I've been good lately. I've been replying to people.
I don't know. I've had
Dude,
we have some viewers of the week. Most of them are not happy with you. I'll tell you that right now.
I had one pop up. So in my messages, my requests, there's the requests, and then if I scroll all the way to the bottom, there's hidden requests.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know about these. It's like they get flagged or something. So I got a message.
Hold on.
What?
You didn't know about the hidden request because you have so many messages in the regular request. You don't answer them. They go down. They get buried, and then the hidden requests are right at the bottom. You don't even notice them. That's why.
Dude, a kid sent me a message simple as "Welcome to St. John's," and I hadn't seen it until just now because it's in hidden requests.
Did you hit him back?
I'm just seeing. I'm gonna right now, but it's
Okay.
too late. I already left. I'm gonna say thank you anyways. I have a viewer
Yes, I love that. Oh, you have a viewer of the week. You want to start off with your viewer of the week first?
Yeah, let me find his name. He's
Okay.
a sweetheart. He's viewer of the week because remember last episode when I was talking about the kid who was delusional about going D1 and I told that story?
Yes.
This guy Dawson, he doesn't even follow me. I think he's your fan. He's a goalie.
I know who Dawson is. Yeah, Dawson Brolin.
Yeah, him. He hits my DMs and he just says the kid's name with a period. So I'm like, shit, his friend watched it. He's pissed at me. And I was like, oh, you know him? You know, just playing like nice. And then he goes, nope, just did a ridiculous amount of internet searching to find out who you were talking about. LOL. Sent me his elite prospects. He goes, seeing the stats made your story even more funny. Hilarious. And I'm like, I can't confirm or deny, but yes, that's him. And like, just really was impressed by the guy's research. Because I didn't say a team, a location, you know. He dug deep. So,
shout out to Dawson, man.
Yeah.
That is some commitment. Dawson listens every week, man. He's a day one listener.
He also said a story about you in the DMs.
Oh, please do
Yeah.
share. Please do share.
He said, you should ask Trav about the time he porked a rival team's manager's daughter when he played Manitoba Junior B.
No, we're not going to talk about that.
Classic.
I'm trying to think of a way to word it without like, because I'd like our podcast to be played at some workplaces, maybe not like all, but
Yeah.
like some. She was related to our Zamboni driver, who was also related to our president. I think, yeah. She's a nice lady. She's a nice lady. She got like 2 kids now. So
She's a great girl from what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yes, interesting. Thanks, Dawson. For bringing that. I'm gonna hear about that from my dad. Anyway, I have some viewers of the week that are a little bit more workplace friendly. We got Jack Hudick. He had me on his podcast a couple weeks ago. Shout out to you, buddy. The On the Spot Sports podcast. We also got Noah. This guy's a day one listener. Listens every week to every episode. God bless you, my friend. Also, 2 guys came up to me in Stockholm the other day at the U Gordon game. Magnus and Gustav. One of which played in Flemingsburg with me. I kind of sandbagged this guy. This guy took one of my cameras last year in Flemingsburg, recorded himself giving himself a shout out to his vlog podcast, or sorry, his vlog programming, and then I deleted the footage and I didn't use it, so I sandbagged him. So I'm making it up to him now, and he also said he'll buy me a pizza next time I'm in Stockholm if I made him viewer of the week. So there we go. Everybody's winning, and
The things you
I
do
have
for the
conflict of
za.
interest.
I would
I'm just
kill
looking for a
it.
free meal, quick free
Yeah.
meal. Yeah.
I would do it. I would kill for a pizza, 100%. Good on you.
Hustling. We hustle like we do every week on the Sling the Biscuit program. I will say, I've had a wild week as far as traveling goes and whatnot. Pat has as well. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about my Stockholm endeavor. Pat, can we confirm? Did you get screeched in or no to Newfoundland last week?
No, we didn't. Because we were trying to figure out the Super Bowl, like what we were gonna do for the Super Bowl, and it just didn't work out because it was so busy, COVID restrictions, where we couldn't get like our whole team together on like one table. And it just
Yes,
didn't
you were in
work out.
China. You were in China. I forgot about that. Sorry. I know we said
clip
we're
that-
going to
clip
stop
that
talking
out.
about. Sorry, we said we're going to stop talking about politics. I can't help it. It's my homeland and country, and I was born there. I can't stop.
Just don't call it China though.
Yes. Sorry.
But yeah, it became
Anyway.
difficult, so we didn't get screeched in. I heard about it. I thought you were like fucking around when you were saying
No,
like
I'm serious.
Yeah, and then a couple of my teammates have done it, and it got me thinking. But I did you know that I have Newfoundland in my blood, in my bloodline?
We talked about it last week. Yep. Talked about it.
Did I say it on the
last week.
podcast?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't remember yesterday, so that's why I asked. So it's good. It's good that I asked because I would have retold it. Yeah. That's
Now
it.
we know.
Anyways.
You're a newfie.
I'm a new. Oh, but yeah, if you're from Newfoundland and you didn't know that and you're listening now, I'm a newfie. Anyways.
Pat's one of you.
Yeah. What were you saying? Oh, the screech.
Yes, the screeching, the kissing of the cod.
Yeah, this was all last night or today. I'll just my travels. I haven't. I was in Newfoundland for the week. We got absolutely waxed, by the way. We had
Oh, you
four
guys
games.
got absolutely belted.
We had 4 games against them. We lost all 4. The first
How
3
bad?
was like, well, dude, to start the travel issues, we fly there, so there wasn't a direct flight to St. John's. So we go to Toronto, but then the flight in from Toronto to St. John's that night, the night before the game, canceled. So we have to get up 6 a.m. game day, go to the airport, and fly to St. John's
So you're stuck in Toronto for the night.
for the night.
Oh,
So
that
we get
Pearson
up.
Airport is such a dump.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but the hotel was pretty
I-
nice there.
Yeah. What hotel you
Shout
stay
out to
at?
Danny B.
Free-
the one,
free little shout-out?
The Sheridan.
Sure.
It was like right
Sheridan.
there.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we fly in on game day. No one's got high energy. We lose like 5-1, I think. And then the second game comes around. There's a day in between. We're like, all right, we're a little well rested. We'll be buzzing. But I think we lost 6-1 that one. And then then Saturday comes, and we're like, all right, there's 2 games left. We can still tie the series. And I think that one was like 5 or 6-2. And then Sunday though, we lost in overtime. Yep, we went up 1-0.
Making some progress though.
We went up 1-0. We went down 3-1. We came back in the third period, tied it at 3. Went to OT and we lost. Then this was yesterday actually, because today's Monday. And then the Super Bowl, obviously last night, and I'm sure you all had your Super Bowl sellies and whatever. The game wasn't until 8 p.m. Newfie time, and so obviously we have a few drinks with the guys. We're celebrating our big weekend of victory or defeat. We're humble in victory and defeat on the Mariners. So we were just hanging, whatever, and then as the bus was set for it's leaving at 3 a.m. from the hotel to go to the airport, and we're like, after a game, I don't usually fall asleep till around 3-4 anyways, because I'm just adrenaline rushing. So a lot of us are like, yeah, like what would be the point of going to sleep for an hour after the game ends, because it's past 12 now. We're like, what are we gonna go to bed for an hour? No, we'll just hang out, whatever. So I didn't sleep flight was at 5. Got a couple hours there. Second flight, got an hour there. Got into Maine at 2:30 Eastern time. And now it's 4. So I'm dead is what I'm saying. So if I'm spacey and like you see me on the screen like freeze like the video game character in NHL, you know, that's why.
That's okay though. You're hustling, you're committed, you showed up and you're here.
That's right. I'm high. I'm feeling good though. Now that I'm here, I'm caffeinated too. I caffeinated up and like it stimulates your brain, makes your brain think that you're not tired. So like, is caffeine a drug?
I think that they do classify it as like a very low level drug. I do believe.
It's a low level drug.
Mm-hmm.
It's effective though. It's definitely effective.
I mean, could we also say you're co-hosting a podcast with a guy that just brings you up? You know, it's good for the morale of the podcast and all that kind of stuff.
That's
We could
true.
say that too.
We should toot your horn. We should pull your old horn over there.
Speaking of
100%.
yanking my chicken, let's talk about
Yes. Perfect.
Let's talk about there we go.
Pussies.
Uncle Trav back in action, first game. That was fun. That was fun last week. It was
I said,
what? What?
I said, I guess you were like, let's talk about it. And I go, yes, pocket pussies.
Oh, you said pocket pussy?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
we'll
you
say that for
went
later.
to the game.
Oh,
My
I
mind
wanted
went to
to
the
talk
pocket
hockey.
pussy, and yours went to your game. But let's do that first.
yes, we'll get back into it. Actually, it does have a little bit of a tie. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I practiced all last week. Knee felt good. Ready to go back into action. We had a game on Thursday, road game. Wasn't really happy about like the 3+ hour bus ride to the game because like my knee, like sitting in a bus. Our buses suck. They're like an old school bus that's kind of like decked out to be like a chartered bus. I don't know. Maybe that's confusing, but it's not a good setup for like I do with knee and hip issues. Go to the game. We get up 2-0. They tie with the power. They get within 1 with a nice power play goal, barring in. Beautiful shot. Got to give him credit for that one.
Sniped
And
him.
then, yeah, dude, shot from right between the slot. Guy tips it, bar and in. I'm sitting there in the moment thinking I have it. I hear the king like right out the bar and in, and I got to give credit, man. It was an unreal tip. Great shot to set it up. Give credit where credit is due. Then
Credit
we
is
go
due.
up 3-1 into the second period. I'm feeling good because I don't think we've had a lead in like 10 games. Keep in mind, our team has lost 13 games in a row up to this one. We haven't had a win since October. Like this is it's been a tough sled. Also,
Hot.
I haven't played in 3 months, so there's a couple common denominators here. So second period starts. I gotta be honest, not my greatest performance. Second period, kind of a 2-on-1 off the rush. Guy kind of pulls and drags it like Austin Matthews. The puck was bouncing a little bit. Guy, I thought he was shooting blocker. He ends up drilling it like right through my armpit, and it just drops in. I was a little bit deep. Wasn't happy. 3-2 goal. Power play. D-man's walking the point. I'm looking. He's looking to the glove side for like a tip. All the traffic comes right in front. Just because I haven't played in a while, I think, okay, I'm going to shift to my glove side. Terrible decision because he shot it and it banked off one of the guys, and then it went like basically on the ice the other way, open net. Terrible goal. And so it's 3-3. We tie, or we get ahead 5-3. We get ahead 5-3 midway through the second. Things are rolling. We got the momentum back. I almost sandbagged us. Okay. So we have a power play. 30 seconds left in the second. Actually, no, it was like 20 seconds left in the second period, and they kill it off. Their D-man walks all the way up the ice, walks over the blue line, drags the puck, shoots it through our defenseman's legs, and I know exactly where he's shooting. I watched the release. I see the body language. He's going like on the ice, but like just a touch above the ice. Like it's still gonna hit top of my pad, but it's gonna be on the ice. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I extended on the save. It ends up hitting off my stick. It ramps up my stick. It hits the post and it goes in. And coach says to me after that goal, he's like, "Were you on vacation there?" I was like, "Dude, I have no idea. I don't have an answer." It wasn't very good. So 5-4 going into the third period. We get like a 7-minute penalty. We get a major and a minor. 7-minute kill it off. 5-4. Buried 2 empty netters. We get the win. 7-4. We won our first game since October, and the boys were happy, and the morale was really, really, really high. We might as well have had pocket pussies in the room. That's how happy everybody was.
Were you doing beers after the team? Were you pumped?
No, it was late. I think It was around 11 o'clock. We got out of there. We had the bus ride home. We
No one on your
stopped
team
at
did
the
Vias?
Circle K. No, we stopped at the Circle K for the hot dogs, the 2 hot dogs in the bun, the French
Oh,
doubles.
so a few guys
we
did.
got a bunch
Vias.
of those. Yes.
Does your
basically.
does your
Uh,
is your coach cool with like guys grabbing beers at Circle K and bringing them on the bus?
I think he just pretends not to notice, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So
No,
actually, he came in and
'Cause
him and I
everyone's
got
of
hot
age,
dogs
right?
together. That was kind of interesting. Oh yeah,
everyone.
everyone.
Yeah, because pro typically
what-
it's rare
what-
that people are underage.
No, hold on. In Sweden is 19. Yeah, so everybody's of age. I had to
Yeah.
think for a second, but yeah, 19
Everyone
is
on my
Sweden.
team is
So yeah, everybody's of age.
which is 21 here, and everyone's of age. In college, so different. Like when you're because there's guys underage in college. Like, oh man, you're under if you brought a beer around the coach, it's like it's bad news. You might get benched.
It's a tough look.
Yeah, it is a tough look. It's a tough look.
On that note, you want to talk about pocket pussies for a second? Because
Well, yeah, that's where my mind went when I thought you were transitioning right to the pocket pussy.
yes, we are right now. Reason we bring this up, I want everybody listening to the podcast on the video version on YouTube, or maybe you're in the car. We're on the car stereo. You know, Trav and Pat Sling the Biscuit are in the Honda Civic stereo. Maybe we're in your AirPods at the gym. I don't know. Maybe you're like mopping the floor on Sundays or something. You're listening to the podcast. I want you to think Titanic, James Cameron, 1997. Rose, can you please tell us anything? It's been 84 years. And I could still smell the fresh paint. That's me right now when I think of my woman. It's been 84 years since I felt the love, the attention, anything of my woman. It's been a depressing, dry time. Also, my dinner date last night, Callie Klang is in the same boat because his woman is going away to Switzerland. I don't know why I'm telling you that, but yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
Is that the proper name? Pocket pussy? It feels vulgar.
Fleshlight.
Fleshlight? A fleshlight?
believe
An
it's
artificial
fleshlight, yeah.
vagina.
Yes, a simulated female reproductive part.
So Trav was telling me basically that he hasn't seen his woman, his counterpart, his
Better half.
his better half, yeah, his other piece of the puzzle since July, right?
August 1st, but we'll say July.
August
yeah.
1st. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
August
wow, that's
1st.
crazy. And I'm like, oh, and you're like loyal. And he's like, yeah, he's loyal. So if she's listening to this behind closed doors too, like Trav's a loyal guy. So that should make you feel better out there. Mrs. Travis.
I tell her, I've told her this
Mrs.
many
Fort
times.
Oilers.
I think about this. Mrs. Five Oilers.
Oh, Mrs. Five Oilers.
Yes. I tell her this all the time. I think about it all the time. I think about, like, I see a good-looking lady at the Espresso House. I see her at the train station. I'm like, God damn, Lena, I'd love to, take you out to a dinner and, just, see where things take us. And then I think, damn, I have my woman at home and God damn it, she just
know
made
where those things are taking you.
$6,000 last month because she's a
about
massage
money.
therapist. She's got a real job. She's a beautiful woman. She's got nice
She's good
big
with her hands.
heart. She got a nice big beautiful heart. Yeah, if you're
Yep.
watching the video version, you know
2%.
I'm lying. Yeah, 2%.
That whole milk.
Big juicy heart, and
Big
I can't do
juicy
it.
whole milk.
I can't do it. So yeah, I stay loyal. I'm an honest man.
It's about the money.
No, it's nice that she finally got a job.
Oh yeah, good for her. Good for her.
Yes.
Why is it Five Oilers? Why is it Mrs. Five Oilers?
Because I'm the 4 Oilers. You add her, and it's 5. 4 plus 1 is 5, Pat.
Who are the other 3?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I just thought it was your last name. Thought
No,
your last
no.
name was Four Oilers.
That's my actual email. That was actually my last name.
This whole time, everyone thought it was like a play on the words for
No,
because you're a fan of
that's
the Oilers.
actually his last name. You should try
Yeah,
filing his tax return. It's tough.
It's Four Oilers.
Yeah.
What a name. Yeah. Well, anyways, you were telling me about this, about your lack thereof
Action.
sexual intercourse
Action.
and action. We'll call it. Yeah, action
Yeah,
park.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, geez, dude, that sounds terrible. I'm like, you should get a fleshlight, a masturbation assistance therapy, and that was because I'm like, that's a great idea for a guy like you who doesn't see his girlfriend for 10 months or some shit. I don't know, 8 months or some. Because then I thought back to my days in high school. I had one when I was a young buck. I don't know if I've told that on this podcast before. Have I?
Probably in the early days. I don't know. I've just become asexual. I don't even know what any of that stuff it feels like anymore. I don't know. I don't. You know.
Whoa. Asexual. Interesting. I was watching a lot of Blue Mountain State back in high school, so me and my friends were like, dude, Thad Castle has one. We're getting one. I'm Thad. I wanted to be Thad. So I went to the store with the boys, you know. One guy gets a green one. I get a blue one. The other gets a white one. We're like flopping them around. We're, woo, you know, we all have them like in the car.
Guy's driving. He's like, just put it in his face.
You throw them up and they hit this. We made a Vine of it. We like when this was when Vine was popping. So we had like a 6-second Vine. We're all like flopping our pocket pussy in the camera. We're like the boys. And yeah, and then my mom found it, and that was a weird one. But she didn't find it till like years I don't want to know. Later. It was years later, and she was like, "Pat, what the?" I was like, "Mom, I was a kid in high school watching Blue Mountain State. That's what happens." But thinking back to it, I mean, it was a useful tool, and I'm like, until I started, you know, having sex, then there was no need for it anymore. For you, you're pretty much like me when I was 15, you know, as a virgin. You're a virgin, Travis. So
yeah, I feel like it, honestly. I feel it. Some days I think to myself, I'm like, I don't remember what that feels like.
It's gonna feel like losing it again when you have it. That's the cool part. That's the cool part.
Yeah. What are we? We're February 14th is Valentine's Day. Yeah. So I got about 6 weeks before I give her the bone hammer again, the bone saw.
The bone hammer.
Yeah. I tell her that all the time. She'll call me. She'll be like, I miss you. I can't wait to see you in like 6 weeks when I come home. I'm like, I can't wait to give you the bone saw again. And she's like, would you stop calling it the bone saw?
That's hilarious. I have that with my girl. I'll jokingly call her boobs. Like one day I said something, I don't know, I spewed a lot of times, and I'm just like, oh, like your milk bags. I'm like, your milk bags out of your face. And now like, because it pissed her off, now I always will refer to her like her milk bags, her boobs as her milk bags. And it sounds like,
yeah,
doesn't it make it sound a little bit like I don't know, juicier, a little juicier?
Well, you know what? So you call hers like the milk bags. I call mine my woman. I call hers mommy milkers.
Mommy milker. Oh, jeez. But it makes sense. It makes sense because there is milk eventually in there, and
somewhere
milk,
you just gotta find it.
And milk is sold in Canada in a bag, right?
Yeah. In Ontario specifically.
Bags of milk. Yeah. That's weird. So, but like when you take a bag, this is why I thought of it, because when you take a bag of milk, like in Canada, you smack it like your little smacks, flap, and then when it reminded me, and I was going like, you know, flap. I was like, look at this milk, these milk bags. You know, it reminded me of milk bags.
Okay, hold on for a sec. I know that you're well intended with this, but this sounds like she has like pierogi titties.
No. They're great. They're
But you say you're flopping around like a milk bag. That the picture I'm getting in my head, I think, is not what you would.
Yeah, no, they don't look. They don't look like milk bags. I'm
getting a visual in my head that I don't like.
I'm picturing what they actually look like. You're picturing a bag of milk in breast form.
Yeah. in skin format with like a nipple on the end. And
no, they're not like that. They're nice. They're nice shaped. Yeah. They're formed. They're formed. You know, but I don't know. Yeah, they're not like milk bags. But
I got the privilege of meeting Mrs. Shea, Madison Shea. I got to meet her on FaceTime the other week. It was nice, beautiful.
Yeah, You did. That was true. That was
Was
pretty
that 2 weeks
crazy.
ago? Or was that?
I think it was last week. It was just like worlds colliding, you know? It was like my podcast world and my sex life coming together. It was pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, you know, like Ontario and milk bags and menus, different menus in Canada. The McDonald's menu is it's a different everywhere. I'm flabbergasted by this. In Trois-Rivières, it was one thing, but then I really noticed the difference as I pop over to Newfoundland's McDonald's. One, these places have poutine and McDonald's, and that's phenomenal because poutine's amazing. But two, I'm a big McFlurry guy, so I'm ripping. I had 4 games in 5 days. Obviously, I'm gonna have 4 McFlurries. It's like a post game treat. So I'm door dashing my McFlurry. I plug it in, boom boom. What's going on here? They don't have M&Ms. Smarties McFlurry. What the hell are Smarties? Because in America, Smarties are little like sugar things, like sweet tarts, like little Smarties. So I'm like, that sounds disgusting. And then I look up Smarties Canada, Nestle's version of M&Ms, essentially, which is the Smarties McFlurry a thing all over Canada? Because it wasn't.
It is all over Canada. Yeah. Most of Canada. I'm not a fan of the Smarties McFlurries. What do they have? Keep in mind, I haven't been in Canada since August, but Oreo McFlurry, M&M McFlurry / Smartie McFlurry. They had the Space Jam special Slam Dunk McFlurry before I left, which was just like 4 different kinds of cookies mixed in. It was really, really, honestly, it was probably the best McFlurry ever. And then what do they have? They had a Crispy Crunch for a little bit. I think that was it. I can't think of any other McFlurry flavors.
Kit Kat maybe. So depending on the area,
only Dairy Queen.
Okay, depending on the area, it's either Smarties or McFlurry, but it depends on the area, I guess. Like it might be Smarties, might be McFlurry, might be M&M. Sorry. I guess from my 2 experiences. I don't know.
You know, we'll go with it. We'll go with for podcast sake. Yeah, we'll roll with it.
Another thing I noticed about the McDonald's menu in Canada. So in America, we have McChicken. Just McChicken. There's one. And it's one size. And it's great. It's a little, like I get like 3 of them. It's good. It's good. Now I go to order a McChicken, and it's like $2. And I go to order a McChicken last night during the Super Bowl. I put 3 in, and it's like $17, $18. I'm like, what's going on here? This is not McChicken. Then I go in, and there's Junior Chicken, and then McChicken. The Junior Chicken is the American McChicken. And the McChicken in Canada is just like a bigger version of our McChicken with more calories. It's more filling, and it's bizarre. What gives? Like, why do you have 2 McChickens up there?
I've noticed that. Like, I haven't been to the States in about 2+ years, but I do recall the same thing with the menu. I personally, I like the Canadian McDonald's menu better. I think there's more selection, there's better choices, there's more creative choices. The coffee in USA, the McDonald's coffee in the United States is dog shit. Canadian coffee is actually really good. Yeah, because Tim Hortons actually. So in 2009, Tim Hortons dropped their distributor for their coffee brand, and then McDonald's picked it up. So McDonald's right now has the old Tim Hortons coffee that people used to love, and Tim Hortons right now serves dishwater for their coffee. So the McDonald's, I think, is the best coffee in Canada for fast food purposes. It's unreal, unbelievable coffee, great stuff.
Yeah, no, I have to back you, I think, on the McDonald's menu there. Just solely based on those 2 experiences of the options, which I don't know if you know this, I believe a week from today, actually, is Shamrock Shake Day. It's when Shamrock Shakes come alive. And they also have Shamrock Shake McFlurry now. It's an Oreo McFlurry. I'm excited. I live for the Shamrock Shake era. The month of Shamrocks. The shakes, die for it. Are you a chamois guy? You like chamois?
I've tried them a couple times. I'd get one. I'll usually try one.
Okay.
After my McDonald's PTSD for my 1-week challenge, dude, I'm telling you, I drive by McDonald's. I have no desire to go in the building at all. Like, I really don't.
I love the Shamrock Shake. But the ice cream is different. Because it acts
No,
like
well-
real. It's ice cream.
Well, see, you didn't try doing a 7-day straight challenge of only McDonald's. I did, and I
But-
I do not want to eat McDonald's like ever.
did you eat the ice cream every day? Or just like the
No, I did not eat any ice cream.
Because like if I ate the McChicken and shit and the burger every day, I'd feel like a bag of milk. But if when it's ice cream, I'm not eating it every day. But if it's a few times a week, it's just ice cream. You know, like it's not that same processed food. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just sick of everything McDonald's, man. I will say though, I already told Pat this. Pat was taking a little while with his flight delays today, and I went to Max. The Max, they call it the Lick Shake, but they're like luxury shakes. They have this shake. It's like apple pie, and they have like chunks of apple pie. They have like little like caramel candies mixing them with the ice cream. They blend it all up, and they put some whipped cream on top. Oh, it's so good. And
Whipped
I know it's
cream is
real
good.
ice cream. Yeah, it's real ice cream because it
tight.
melts. Like if I let it sit on my dash for 10 minutes, I would have a puddle of ice cream goo. And I love that it's real shit. It's real ice cream.
That's what we like to see.
That's the real stuff. I will say
I
though,
do love that.
speaking of real food, I went on a date last night. Did I tell you about that?
No. I'm playing the devil's advocate.
Yes, I did. Oh,
What?
Okay. So I went on a date last night.
With who?
I went somebody by the name of Callie.
Callie? Your girl's not going to be happy that you went on a date with Callie.
Yeah. He's an SHO goalie. I think she'll
Oh, is it
understand.
he? He's a he.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
Callie Klein, goalie for Rogla.
Oh, I'm being the devil's advocate. Oh.
Oh,
Tell
sorry,
me
I'm trying
about-
to explain. You're the viewer. Yes. yes.
So,
So
tell me more about this date with Callie.
yes, we were supposed to go for coffee like a couple weeks ago, but I ended up having to cancel because I couldn't make it. And then we were gonna go for coffee again last night, and then we just decided, hey, we're gonna go grab some food. And there's an inside joke. If you were on the podcast when we had Callie, you would know he hates coffee. Doesn't drink any coffee. He's the only Swede that doesn't like coffee. So we went for sushi instead.
Oh, sashi. That's
some-
sashi Zoe 101 when the guy calls it
No.
sashi.
No, I'm referencing John C. Riley when he's like Dr. Steve Brule with the
Oh.
we brought in a real sushi lady to make real sushi sandwiches. Guacamole. You know what I'm talking
I
about? or
haven't
no?
seen that. No, I haven't seen that.
Google
Sushi,
it.
sushi?
I'll talk about the date. You Google Dr.
Sushi?
Steve Brule sushi. Google that right now, and I'll tell a little bit about the date. It felt really weird because so Callie and I went to like a sushi restaurant. He just picked one of his favorite spots, and we walked in, we ordered, we had food, we sat down for like 2.5 hours. Maybe like an hour and a half. So I'm overestimating a bit. And we just sat down, had a conversation, finished our meal, and left. No capacity limits. Nobody asking for proof of your paperwork and all that malarkey, that baloney. Just a normal night. And we were actually so they give you like free miso soup with the sushi, and we're like getting like a bowl of soup, and he says what does he say? He said he's like, oh, are you excited for this? What are you thinking about this? I'm like, dude, this feels illegal. Like this feels weird. Like we should not be doing this, but it feels so right. It feels so good. It feels so good to be out having dinner with a real human being, looking into somebody's face, having a conversation. It's nice. It's very nice.
Gazing
Not a lot of it
into
happening in
each other's
Canada.
eyes.
This sounds more romantic than it needs to be, but it was just nice to go out and have some personal company for food last night.
It sounds romantic, but I know that in Canada, yeah, you cannot just walk in and sit down. You have to show proof of information.
You have to put your diaper on your face. Don't forget about that too.
You do have to do that too. That sounds nice though. Like I don't have a little like young goalie friend. Like where's my Callie? You know, where's my Callie Klang?
It's Jeremy Broder, who is dead
But
to me
he's
right now.
older. He's a year older than me.
So I'm a year older than you. You podcast with me. You can't go out for dinner with
Yeah,
Jeremy
but
Broder?
like, no, like I can, but like you're going out, you're kind of taking this young buck out to dinner, you know, showing him the ropes a little. I'm like, where's my Callie? Where I'm gonna start DMing the local high school guys.
He's a third-round draft pick. He ain't some schmo high school guy.
I had DM the local Maine high school players. Let's think of a nearby town, Lewiston.
Hey,
if you're from
you
Lewiston,
guys want to make
Maine,
Trav jealous?
and you play on the high school team, let's go make Trav jealous. I'll show you guys. I'll be your mentor. I'll show you guys the ropes. I'll take you to coffee, but you'll pay, because I don't want to be responsible for that. So, just chip in for gas too. I'll pick you up and I'll drive, but just chip in for gas and pay for my coffee.
You'll sit in the passenger seat, and Pat sits in the driver's seat, or you're in the back seat. The back seat. Sorry.
Yes, I pay them back with my wisdom and my life lessons that I will be giving them and sharing with them, which is worth way more. It's worth 1 million coffees and gas money. So, whoever is in the local area from Lewiston or Portland, South Portland, Kennebunk, hit my line. You
know what? I'll do you one better. I'll one up you right now. Anybody listening to the podcast that's thinking about taking that offer for coffee, I'll make you viewer of the week next week if you tell Pat, you DM him and say, I'm not going for coffee with you. I like Trav better. I'll give you viewer of the week if you do that for me.
I will put you...
Do nothing. You'll do nothing.
I will put you in my vlog. And you... No promises. But potentially... you could be like the next co-star. You could be like the next Eddie in my vlog. If you're good enough. Just saying. So... How about that? Team
I'll
Pat.
do you one better.
Hydration.
I'll do you one better for team Trav. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, the whole four Oilers family.
I'll make you the new official co-host of this Sling in the Biscuit podcast. If you DM Pat, you ain't going to coffee with him.
Wow. You know what? I'll do you one better. I will personally
I quit.
hand over.
I quit.
I'll personally hand over my whole YouTube channel to you. Just right to you. No ifs, ands, or buts. No loopholes. It's yours. It's yours. You're taking my YouTube channel, 26,000 subscribers. You do whatever you want with it, for free. Take it. I don't even
hold
want it
on
anymore.
one second. I'm gonna DM this Pat Shake. I'm gonna see if he's interested in going for coffee.
And if you're lucky, I'll even give you Trav's. I'll give you Trav's channel too.
Whoa! Let's stick with the house money here, okay?
I'm not answering.
Yeah,
I
sent a text
on camera.
Put myself out there.
God, now I need to give up my channel. Nasty.
You got to do something, dog. You got to do something. One thing I did want to talk about. I think we got a couple minutes left. This kind of fascinated me because I've been obsessed with trying to find like new podcasts recently, like listen to just like pick different ideas, like how they produce the podcast, the video version, especially all that kind of stuff. And I was thinking to myself, like, we have a very difficult time like recording episodes of the podcast, especially with guests, because I guess you can't see in the video version, but like the camera is right here, so like Pat has the exact same setup. So he looks at his camera. Well, he looks off to the left of the camera. I look off to the right of my camera, which helps with the video version. But like we don't actually see each other. Like I'm looking at a wall right now, and I just hear Pat. And especially like when we have guests, like I hear everybody, but I can't actually see anybody. So it's very hard to like gauge like where we are at the conversation, if there's an actual break or something, as opposed to I'm just trying to listen. Kind of easier at Pat because I know kind of how Pat speaks and like how he like rolls like with his English and whatnot. But it's just a interesting dynamic, like recording a podcast like that or like this.
Yeah, it's better in person. If you had them right in your face, like all the time, just up close and personal, like engaging. You're looking into their eyes. You're hearing their voice. You're feeling their vibes. That's what
I've been trying to get Avery to come in person for the summer.
Sean?
Yeah, because he keeps talking about his initial comeback.
Yeah,
I know
saw
he,
that.
he was coming like, yeah, he's trying to make his NHL comeback, and he will only play for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And Avery was posting about how he's going to train in Minnesota all summer, and I was thinking, well, okay, yeah, Minnesota's great, but summertime you can train anywhere. It doesn't have to be Minnesota. Like,
Yeah.
why not train somewhere closer where you actually want to play? And so, like, I'm skating with a group of. Have we talked on the podcast? I'm skating with a group of NHL guys. Yeah, West Palm, Florida. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
So I DM'd him. I was like, why don't you should come skate with this group. Granted, I have no pull. I'm just giving you an idea. And he asked where the group was. I said, oh, West Palm, Florida. And I never got a DM back or an email back. So I told him, I was like, then we could record the podcast in person, because I'd like to get Avery on the podcast at some point. But
is he
just
serious
such a
about
wild-
the comeback?
I don't know. I have a very hard time taking him seriously, because I don't know if he's trolling or if he's serious. Like,
Yeah.
I watched the video of him skating in a men's league skate, and like, you can tell he hasn't skated in 10 years. Like, it's very obvious, I think.
Yeah, I saw the first.
You saw
skate
you saw those clips?
the one. It was his first skate. Yeah, I saw that. It was not. It didn't look like he did. Looked like he hadn't skated in a few years.
Like,
I don't know.
would
Be
you
funny.
agree? Like, looking at the video, it almost looked like he had just recently learned how to skate. Like, recently picked up. Like it looked like he'd been so long. Like, and I know he talked about how the gear was very different in the last 10 years, and he felt stiff and all this kind of stuff. But I feel like an NHL player would still look like an NHL player 10 years later. Maybe I'm wrong. I
Dude.
don't know.
Did you see? Given this has been longer than 10 years, but I think it was on TSN or TNT or something. I forget. Gretzky was doing like a target shot thing, like a accuracy shooting competition, and he didn't know how to shoot the puck. He just couldn't shoot. He was like flicking it over the net, like with his wrist.
Well, he's
bad.
he's also like, what is he, like 65 now? 60, 65?
Yeah, but I think if you don't, like, he probably put the stick down and just never picked it back up and lost it. You know, like if you don't skate,
We're
like
gonna
if
be
I
like
don't
that one
skate
day.
for, yeah, but when I take a break, like for say like 2 months or a month and a half, like postseason, like when I pick the stick back up, I forget how to stick handle. You know, and that's like a month and a half, 2 months. Like if I put the equipment down, didn't touch the ice, touch the stick for 10 years, like, it'd be fucking terrible. That'd be awful.
I feel
Your
that
whole
way every day
timing
in
will be
practice.
off. It's just 100%. So it makes sense, but like you said though too, it does come back fast, especially. But 10 years is a long time, so I don't know how fast it will come back for him or to the same level, because he's now 42, right?
Yeah, I believe he is 42, correct.
It'd be fun if he did though. It'd be because he's an entertaining player.
I'd be excited to just see like the only guy in the NHL with some personality. Like, I love his idea of I'm only going to do interviews with the media in a mega hat and a Make America Great Again hat. I think that's just so funny that that's the first thing that comes to his mind, what he wants to do.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said, first thing I'm going to do, every interview that I do with the media, I'm going to wear a red MAGA, a great Make America Great Again hat. That's the only hat I'm going to wear. That's what I'm going to do for every interview. That's the only option. And I'm going to say it how it is, whether people like it or not.
Oh, he's a nutcase.
He's so unstable, but I like it. It's entertaining, and I wouldn't say it. Maybe I would say it to his face, but I'd be very worried about the repercussions. You think he beat me? No. He definitely beat me up. He'd knock out guys in the bike lane for parking in the bike lane.
No, he'd beat you up.
His bike lane stuff. Yeah, he'd beat up anybody. I don't think he really cares.
He like knows what he's doing. You'd be tough because you're 6'5". You know, you'd be tough to reach, but I think he'd get you. I think he'd get you.
Well, he's
eventually.
a tough guy. He's a nail gun. That guy's was a nail gun. I don't know if he is anymore, but no. He talks about brawling guys in the street in New York City and like just like fighting random people. Like, there's a TMZ video of him fighting guys in the street.
I've seen
like
that.
he's a maniac, man.
He's crazy.
I don't want
funny.
to fight that dude.
No, yeah,
it's
you shouldn't.
it's entertaining. No,
You
we'll
I wonder
avoid
if
that.
it's I was saying, I wonder if it's like his real like personality is that, or he's intentionally putting on like the character to be like the, you know, to present as the asshole, the guy who pisses everyone off on the ice, if he's doing it on purpose to piss people off, or if it's just who he is, like where he just kind of doesn't give a fuck and that's just the way he is. You know, that's the way he acts. He is like a prick on the ice, but that's how he really sees it, you know. It's interesting to think about.
I've never seen a more negative reaction to one of our potential guests than Avery. Like the day that I posted, like, hey, we're gonna try to get Avery on the podcast, or I'd like to get Avery on the podcast. I had all these people messaging and a bunch of people commenting. They were like, do not put him on the podcast. We don't want to listen to him. I think he's an interesting guy. Very unique personality, for sure.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he is, for sure. I mean, he's one of a kind. Definitely.
You know, it's also one of a kind. This podcast. Every week.
Yes, it is.
Thursday, 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. in Winnipeg, Chicago, 6 a.m. in Calgary, 5 a.m. in Vancouver, 1 p.m. in the UK, 2 p.m. in Sweden, 3 p.m. in Finland, 9 p.m. in China, 10 p.m. in New Zealand.
What about Newfoundland?
Hold on. Bear with me here.
9:30 a.m.
Doing some math. No, it's 9:30. Yes, they're the half hour extra. 9:30 a.m. in Newfoundland. Turn on the podcast every week. Sling the Biscuit, and it's a Thursday, folks. Remember that. We might change during the summer to or during the off season, like a Sunday or something. I wouldn't mind changing that up, so it's a little bit more. I feel like nobody does anything on Sundays. I'd love to maybe do like a Sunday episode. So you fire up a Sunday, and boom, podcast is up.
Not a bad idea.
I like that idea. Maybe we'll do that in the summer or season 2 for April 1st. We're coming up on 1 year.
Season 2.
There's not really going to be a season 2. It's just going to be the episodes keep rolling. But anyway, I want to thank you for listening for always Sling the Biscuit. We will see you every Thursday. Spotify, Apple, Google, YouTube on the video version. Leave a like, leave a comment, let us know merch thoughts, Sunday upload schedule. What do you think? As always, do you think my nose is too big? What do you think? Do you think Pat's too good looking? Maybe that's your thing. Leave it. We'd love to hear from you, and we reply to all comments. Actually, I do because Pat doesn't check their comments enough. Just saying. Maybe leave a comment. Tell Pat to reply to comments.
I do sometimes.